Well, we finally got the episode after 2 to 3 months of seeing the trailer. Anyway, all right, my name is Jace. Thanks, guys, for clicking on the video. This is my first official review for Black Ink Chicago, Season 3, Episode 1. So like I said, we finally got this episode. We saw this trailer a couple months ago, it seems like, and I don't know what happened. They ended up pushing it back or something, or I don't know what the hell was going on in VH1, but we finally got the shit. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I just finished watching the episode, and I'm still kind of like, what the hell's up with these people? What's going on? So, the show opens up, and the intro is basically, it just shows like a cap of, what to expect, during the season. And basically, all I saw was fights on top of fights on top of fights on top of fights. But what stood out to me the most was the fact that Van was the one who, I guess he's supposed to be the psycho this season. He's supposed to be the drama this season. So, yeah, I don't know. I fucking know what's going on. But first scene, Ryan. Ryan then moved on up out of the little house. He's in a condo downtown somewhere, Chicago. He got a new cut, a new color. And on top of that, he's back with his baby mom. I think her name is Rachel. He's back with Rachel now, which I already kind of knew that they were going to get back together, or there was a possibility of them getting back together, because I don't know if it was last season or maybe the season before, where Ryan was talking about how, they have such a great relationship as far as co-parenting goes, but you could kind of see like there was still some kind of chemistry between those two. So this didn't surprise me at all. But it was good to see them back together, and it's always good to know that, sometimes couples just need time apart, and they just need to experience other people, because I think they had been together since like high school or something, Ryan had mentioned. But yeah, it's good to see them back together. The little boy was on the couch playing video games or whatever. It was a cute scene or whatever. So then we get to this damn shop, 9 Mag. Opens up with Charmaine talking about how this bitch farted or some shit, and her boyfriend was in the other room and made a comment like, damn, I heard you, what was going down in the bathroom, and she was so fucking embarrassed and all this bullshit. Then she starts twerking in the middle of the floor, and then starts talking about how 9 Mag needs to create some kind of panty line or some shit with a hole in the front for easy access. And then this bitch drops down into this raggedy ass half-ass split. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing? Okay, is it me, or is Charmaine trying to be like the Sky of Chicago? I don't, we all know Sky from Black Ink, New York. We all know her and we all love her. That Sky has always been kind of crazy and over the top. Charmaine, I think she's trying to give that, but it's not coming off as genuine. It seems kind of fake to me. So, I don't know maybe I'm just looking too deep into it, but it seems like she's trying to be Sky, but just like the sluttier version of Sky. Anyway. So while she's doing all this bullshit in the middle of the motherfucking floor, Ford comes and picks her up, and he's like, bitch, come over here, because you're doing the fucking most. So he picks her up, throws her over the shoulder. As he's doing this, or as he's like walking her to the couch, his girlfriend, what's her name, Nikki. Nikki walks in as he got this bitch on the shoulder. When I tell you this nigga just fucking tossed this bitch over the shoulder, and when I tell you, Sky... the bitch like fell halfway on the couch. Her foot hit the picture up on the wall and looked like her head, like she's about to hit the floor. Like he literally tossed this bitch. And the girlfriend Nikki's looking like, what the fuck is going on? And Ford's like, look, we was just playing around. That's basically what he was giving. So then Ford goes into this whole thing. Nikki had bought him some food or some shit. Then they end up walking upstairs, but as this is happening, like Ford is telling us that she has this salon upstairs that she decided to open. Now stop right there. When this was happening, I'm like, wait, they've only been dating a little while. I mean, I just remember like, 6 months ago, the last season, when y'all was recording about 6 months ago, when y'all were out on that boat, y'all were still pretty fresh. So what is like now you think it's cool to rent the space above where I'm working? I just think that's a little too close for just a girlfriend. You know what I mean? Maybe if it was his wife or some shit like that, then cool. But I don't know. That was a little. I was like, I don't know about that. That seems like a recipe for disaster. You know what I mean? I don't. That was just too close for me. But anyway, same time, Ryan is talking about it's been 4 years that Nine Mag has been open, which I think I didn't even real. I thought they'd been open a lot longer than that, and I'm like, for this to be season 3, and you've only been open 4 years, that means that only after a year being open, like you got the show and all of that. So kudos to you, Ryan. I didn't know that. I really congratulate that. Like that's cool. But anyway, he's going to have this big 4-year anniversary party. And while he's talking about this, he tells Danielle, yeah, I want everybody here, but you better not bring that goddamn Terrence up in here. Terrence is Danielle's boyfriend. And everybody's looking like, damn, like, why can't Terrence come? But I'm thinking, like, why would Terrence even... First of all, why would Ryan want Terrence there? Terrence ain't supporting him. Like, that's fucking Ryan's business. And on top of that, every time that Terrence has been on screen, he's been going off on somebody, Danielle talking nasty to Danielle. He's fucking trying to fight Ryan. He's drunk as fuck every time you see him. He's just a crazy ass, loose ass cannon. So why would Ryan invite him at the fucking party anyway? And it seems like the last time they saw each other was when they was in the DR, and Terrence was trying to fucking fight him. So why the fuck would you expect him to bring for Daniel to bring Terrence to the party anyway? Danielle got kind of offended or whatever. Like, he just needs to get over it in her confessional. Yeah, Ryan just needs to get over it or whatever. And that was a year ago. And I don't give a fuck. I don't want you at my motherfucking party. Every time I see you starting bullshit. So I don't want you fucking around me when I'm trying to celebrate my success. Bullshit. Alright, next thing. Kat's out in LA now. She got tired of Chicago. She's been out there like 6 months. They open up with her riding down somewhere in LA in this rented ass Mustang convertible or whatever. She has a new shop called Cat Tat out in WeHo. And which I actually give it to Kat though. It seems like she has come up a lot as well. She starts going into this whole thing about how she's been hanging out with celebrities and tattooing all these different celebrities and shit, and Snoop, Drake, and just so happened Young M.A. allegedly flies out from New York just to go get tatted by Kat. And she shows up at the shop, gets a really nice tat or whatever, and that's that. Actually, let me go back a little bit. I think that was a good move for Kat to move out to LA, because it seems like she was kind of like the outcast, and there was a lot of drama and tension between her and Ryan this last season. So I think that was a good move, and it also gave her the opportunity, because she was trying to branch out and do her own thing anyway, and it seems like she already had a fan base anyway. So just moving out, just to get away from the bullshit and kind of spread her own wings and shit, and I think that worked for her. So, and it looks like it's working out for her. So kudos to you, Kat. So then, next scene, Van, he's riding up to the shop or whatever, and he's pissed off. It's obvious that he's pissed off because he's talking about Ryan going on some kind of tour to promote Black Ink or whatever, but at the very last minute, Ryan decided to cut everybody and just only go with him and Rachel. Trying to make it a family thing, I guess. So Van is all in his motherfucking feelings about this shit, and the whole time he's talking, I'm like he cut him out of the deal, and but I'm just like, well, it just sounded a little like, what's the fuck is going on here? Why are you so pressed about going on a tour when it's Ryan's business? Like, he is the company. So I mean, I know you guys helped him start it or whatever, but why are you so mad about the fact that Ryan went on tour to promote the business and left you guys there, which you guys are tattoo artists. So why do you need, I mean, the business still has to run. So he needs you guys there to do your fucking tattoos so they can fucking stay open. If everybody just packed up and left and to go on a tour, I mean, that's losing revenue. You know what I mean? So that's just where my mom was going, like, why are you so pressed about it? So anyway, he walks in the shop and Ryan is sitting there talking about these new t-shirts or whatever, these non-mag t-shirts that he's supposed to be trying to sell, and he had these posters and shit. Motherfucking Charmaine, like, opens up one of the posters in Van's face, and I guess kind of talk about it was nice or some shit. Then Van fucking snatches the poster and rips it up, talking about, like, get that shit out of my face. And I'm sitting like, what the fuck? Then Van proceeds to, I guess, tell Ryan how pissed off he is with him, and starts questioning Ryan about his business moves. Like, what are you doing to invest in the business? Are you putting the money back in the business? And I'm like, why the fuck are you asking him about what he's doing with his business? We're going to talk about employee-employer relationships toward the end of the video. But, like, why are you so worried about what the fuck he's doing? I don't know what's going on with Van. Maybe it's some shit we're not seeing, but I'm not liking this Van. Like I said, he was my favorite character, and already he's like the bottom at this moment for me. So, yeah. Next thing, we get to Charmaine's new place. She's another one that then moved up and came up. She got a new boyfriend. They living up in the penthouse on the 37th floor, downtown Chicago, and all this shit. Whatever. So, Danielle and Terrence come over. First thing Danielle starts doing is talking about how bougie, talking about this is bougie and shit like that, and calling Charmaine bougie, and talking about what happened to the old Charmaine that I used to know, and like, who walks into somebody's fucking house and just starts talking shit? I mean, I don't know. I don't even think she said hello. It was just like, damn, you bougie, whatever. I'm used to that shit. My family do that shit to me all the time. That's another video that we could probably talk about that shit, but she bought crazy ass Terrence with her. He's sitting there looking just as crazy as always. Not saying shit. Bye, Terrence. Like, why the fuck are you even on this show? I don't fucking get it. Why are you even there? You don't like nobody. Like, you don't talk to anybody. We never see you converse with anybody on the show besides fucking Danielle. I guess that's Danielle's storyline. Whatever. Outside of the shop. So they all sitting down eating. Charmaine's talking about how she's come a long way from the repossession and shit like that happened last season. Yeah, that's another thing Danielle brought up. Like, talking about, well, yeah, in her confessional, talking about, yeah, last year she was just getting repoed and all this, and now she's moving up. And but basically, how this dinner wrapped up was them talking shit about Ryan, because Ryan actually pulled a bitch move and posted some kind of video of his family talking about he got his ass whooped and shit by Terrence on the show. And he like kind of posted that, and of course Danielle's feeling some kind of way. But stupid ass Terrence made this this comment like, oh yeah, well I didn't realize that that I was so popular or something. Basically that's what he was giving. And she was talking about like how she was gonna confront him as soon as she saw Ryan the next day in the shop, because, you know, you talking about my man and all this. Moving on. Next scene, Ryan and Rachel are having like a little family day. They bought the little son. They went rock climbing or whatever. Boring. But the only thing that I did get from that scene that I did like was Rachel was telling Ryan was talking about how stressed he was. And about dealing with all this Mountain 9 Mag drama and shit like that, and the situation with Van and all this shit. Rachel said that she had been noticing for years that Van seems a little jealous of the success of 9 Mag, which that didn't really click to me, because like I said, I don't know what the hell was going on with Van and like why he was doing all of that. But when she said that, I was like, oh, maybe that's what the hell it is. Yeah, because it is coming off a little bit jealous, you know? And I guess he kind of feels like since he was at the beginning that he should be up on the same level with Ryan. But then again, Van, you're the fucking employee. Ryan is the owner. You're the employee. Ryan is the owner. Anyway, moving on from that scene. Ryan walks back into the shop. I don't know if this is the next day or whatever. He says hello to everybody. And nobody really says. They kind of threw him shade and was kind of like, hey, whatever. Oh, fucking Danielle was like, hi, Ryan. I'm sitting there giving this bitch a side eye, like, ain't you supposed to be letting them have it and shit? Like, I guess it's just me. I'm not speaking to nobody like that if I know that I got beef with their ass and, we got some shit that we got to talk about. Fuck you. But eventually she did get to it, and she was actually very respectful when she said it. Like, it wasn't out of line or anything. She's like, yo, I just need to talk to you. Like, you posted a video of my boyfriend. Like, I don't appreciate that, This is typical Ryan fashion. Well, what the fuck you talking about? I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I think that's Ryan's issue. I think he means well, but like Ryan, like he doesn't know how to effectively communicate to people. Granted, you friends or not, but you're still at work. You are their boss. Ryan sometimes just kind of pops off, and he does that a lot with these girls. I'm gonna get back to that, like I said, with the girls. He does that a lot. He did that with Kat last season. Like, he just pops off and starts screaming and cussing people out and shit. So at that point, I'm the same way. I was on Danielle's side at that point. Like, she popped back, and was like, fuck you and all this shit. And, I don't know how did that shit go. They were going back and forth, and then Danielle did take it a little bit too far because she started calling them bitches, and she was like, well, fuck you and something. And Ryan thought about that shit. He was like, nah, like, this is going too far. He was like, nah, fuck you, and you're fired. Get your motherfucking ass up out of here. I was like, shit. But, yeah, that was basically that. Yeah, she was calling pussies and all kind of shit. So, yeah, I agree with Ryan on that point. Even though he did start the shit, or kind of took it to another level at first, but Ashley kind of went above and beyond, and it kind of backfired because now the bitch ain't got no job. For now. We'll see later on in the season. But anyway, Don and Ashley, we get to their house. Ashley walks in, allegedly, this bitch been working all motherfucking day. And, Ashley, what's up with these goddamn wigs? Bitch, every time I see you, the wig, and this is every fucking season, every time I see you, your wig is all the way back and it's all the way to the side. Bitch, every time I see her, I want to just fucking pull the wig forward and shift it over a little bit. That shit annoys the fuck out of me. And she got the hair slicked down and shit. Bitch, we can see that that's a motherfucking wig. Pull it down, bitch. Goddamn. But anyway, she's talking about she wants to quit her job and shit because she wants to spend time or sit at home and spend time with her family. Don was like, bitch, what are you talking about? You're not quitting your job. Like, so then all the motherfucking responsibility can fall on me? Not happening. And then on top of that, you're going to be pissed off because I'm going to have to deal with the repercussions of you not working and shit like that. Not happening. Totally agree with you, Don. Especially now y'all got another kid and shit, which was actually pretty cool. I did respect Ashley's stance on that because they had the little girl that Don had last season with whoever the baby mama was. He did have a little girl, and she was actually there. And Ashley was talking about how she's definitely like incorporated the little girl into the family and shit like that, and she embraces her. Like, pretty much look at her like one of her own. And she was like tucking the little girl in bed and like gave her a kiss and shit. I thought that was cute, and I think that's cool because normally you don't see that kind of shit, especially from these crazy ass type of motherfuckers. So I thought that was actually pretty cool. So then what happened next? Next morning we get back to the shop. It's some new chick sitting there, and Charmaine walks in. I'm like, who are you? She's like, oh, I'm the new receptionist. Ryan said, fuck you, Danielle. Bitch, you were out. I'm interviewing a bitch tonight who can start the next day. And the bitch brings donuts. So Danielle's ass got replaced within a matter of hours. Ryan said he hired her on the spot. Bye, Danielle. So Van walks his ass in there. He's totally just still shitty. He speaks to everybody but Ryan, of course. But he goes up to the new reception like, who was this? Now I guess they like, this is a new receptionist or whatever. He marches his ass to the back. First thing he do is get on FaceTime and hit up Danielle. Like, yeah, I heard you got fired. What's going on? I don't appreciate that shit. And they both just going back and forth, just reading Ryan and just letting his ass have it. And I'm just like, at the same time, in the back of my mind, I'm like, why the fuck? Like, why is everybody so mad? Like, Ryan is the owner. You guys are employees. I don't get that shit. Danielle, you're a fucking receptionist. Like, you are at the bottom. Not trying to be shady or read your position, but you are at the bottom of the totem pole out of everybody in that shop. What makes you think you can go and cuss people out and talk about, yeah, fuck him, he ain't worried about family and shit like that and loyalty and all this bullshit? Get your ass out of here. Go look for another motherfucking job. Next scene. This goddamn party. We all know every time there is a party at Non-Mag, it is going to be straight up fucking drama. Especially if Charmaine is cocktailing. It's going to be a fight. It's going to be some bullshit. So it opens up. The party looks really nice. It's, I guess, kind of like a roaring 20s kind of night. They got the card tables, the craps tables, and, shit going on. Everybody's looking like, got their little flapper gear on and nice little tuxes and shit. It was real cool. Everybody looked good. Charmaine finally decides to introduce her boyfriend to all the employees of Non-Mag. And the whole time, Ashley there with this motherfucking wig on, this to the side and to the back. That was the first thing I fucking noticed. And she actually had on a nice looking dress. And she actually looked like she's losing weight. Like she's looking good. But these goddamn wigs. Fix that shit. Shift it. The whole time she's introducing her boyfriend or whatever, Ashley's like, yeah, I'm about to, talk to him, see what's up with him. And Don knows that this bitch is like up to some bullshit. Soon as Charmaine walk away, motherfucking Ashley walks her ass over to the boyfriend. I don't even know his name. I don't even know if they said his name. But anyway, Ashley walks her ass over there. Don is standing right behind this bitch, already knowing that this bitch is already perpetuating some bullshit. Don is just standing there. This bitch had the audacity to sit there and tell this man, yeah, you better watch out for her. And when she gets drunk, she gets crazy and all this bullshit. And he's sitting there like, yeah, bitch, first of all, why the fuck are you talking to me? Second of all, I already know that shit about her. And that's why the fuck I love her. That's my girl. That's why I'm with her. I love her for who the fuck she is. So Ashley, you're sitting there looking fucking stupid because you're trying to start some bullshit. And he's like, bitch, fuck you. Get the fuck out of my face. But the final thing was, this bitch had to let it be known that, yeah, Charmaine fucked my husband. Now he's sitting there like, yeah. I'm sure he already fucking knows that shit. That there was I'm sure Charmaine already told him that shit. So, bitch, Ashley, you got absolutely nothing accomplished. The whole time I'm sitting there thinking like, Don, why aren't you pulling this bitch back? You see she's running her goddamn mouth and starting bullshit like you're just standing there looking fucking stupid. Get this bitch. That's your wife. Tell her, shut that shit down. Pull her ass and get her. Nah, we're not doing that. That's what you need. He should have been telling her. So, after she says what the fuck she gotta say, he finally decides to pop off and try to shut the shit down. And Don, I don't fucking understand what is it with these guys. And like every guy on the show seems like they throw these fucking tantrums. And like he be yelling and screaming at the top of his lungs, kicking shit. And he does this shit every fucking season. So basically he takes her outside and he's popping off. He's kicking the little displays and shit. All in the parking lot. I'm tired of this shit, and I got all kind of shit going on. And I'm looking at and thinking like, actually, like this is what happens in the privacy of the home. Like, does he beat your ass? Like, cause that's what it gives me, like some abusive ass motherfucker. what the fuck is this? I've never seen no dude just pop off on a female like that. Straight dude pop off on a female like that. Never seen it. And I don't understand it. So she's like chasing him through the parking lot and shit. And Ashley had this friend with her. And I actually was like respecting the friend, because the friend was like, bitch, you was wrong. Like, you shouldn't even never went up to him to say any motherfucking thing. You're like, you don't have a right to do that shit, which is the fucking truth. So yeah, that was that. Don hops his punk ass in the car, damn near does a donut out the motherfucking parking lot, putting on for the fucking camera. That was that. I was like, whatever, bye Don, we'll see you tomorrow. So then the highlight of the fucking show was Ryan and fucking Van. Van walks in, finally walks into the party. Van already looks like he was about to start some shit. He was already pissed off. And Ryan is like, why are you even here? Like, you're not supportive of this, so why would you even come to this event? You know what I mean? Knowing that you're pissed off with me and how shit is being ran, so why the fuck are you even here? Which I totally agree. I'm like, you're celebrating the 4-year anniversary of some shit that you're unhappy with. Why the fuck are you there? But anyway, Van walked in starting bullshit. Ryan is shady as fuck. Ryan starts giving this little speech. First of all, Ryan's standing up on, kind of elevated from everybody or whatever. And Van is like, I don't know who the fuck made this the Ryan Henry show. Like, this is supposed to be non-mag and, all this bullshit. And so Ryan's kind of, towering over everybody. So then he gives this speech. And he thanks everybody, even the new guy. I think his name is JR or something, the little Hispanic guy from the joint last season. He even thanks him, thanks Charmaine, for whatever. Thanks all these people, but he doesn't mention Van's name, which I thought was kind of shady as fuck anyway. But yeah, Van didn't like that. But in turn, Van had already turned his back while Ryan was giving the speech. So I felt like what Ryan did was cool. Like, you turn your back on me while I'm trying to give a speech. Why should I shout you out? At that point, that's just me. And plus, on top of that, I know you already pissed off about what the fuck is going on. Yeah. So then, but Ryan took it a little too far. He started kind of boasting, talking about, yeah, everybody that's down with me, I'm cool with that, and you ain't talking to other niggas and shit. All kind of shit he was saying. Then he takes these dice in his hand, throws it down on the table. It's like, yeah, let me get y'all some money, and I'm putting money on the table, and that was too much. Van was like, fuck this. He takes these dice he got, and he's, thinking about it, like, damn, should I do this? Van fucking launches these dice, this shit, and it slams into the wall behind Ryan. And I'm thinking damn, that shit almost hit Rachel, because Rachel was standing right behind Ryan when he threw those dice. And actually it was a crowd of people, so it was just you launching dice into a crowd of people. That shit was out of order to me. So next thing I know, Ryan goes down and they start rumbling on the floor, but of course security broke that shit up, and the way VH1 edit shit, we can barely see a fucking fight anyway. So I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know who grabbed who. It just happened so damn fast. But yeah, this shit is already fucking crazy. And my whole thing, and I'm gonna just touch on this real quick. My whole thing with Van is I don't think you understand the fucking employee-employer relationship. You're an employee of 9mag. Granted, you may have been one of the first people, that started with him or whatever, but this is Ryan's business. Ryan said his name is on the lease, not yours. Chill the fuck out. I don't know where all this shit's coming from. And I think Ryan has allowed all of his friends, which are the employees, to kind of, he just doesn't, he hasn't set a boundary. And I don't think they all understand that. And I think that's where Ryan's issue lies, because everybody feels like they can talk to him any kind of fucking way because they're friends. But at the end of the day, Ryan needs to be like, yo, this is my fucking business. Granted, we're friends, family, whatever. Y'all been down with me since day one. But at the end of the day, this is my business. This is how I take care of my family. So y'all can't be up in here cutting up and doing all that bullshit like that or talking to me any kind of motherfucking way when we at work. That shit ain't gonna happen. So yeah, Ryan needs to fucking figure that shit out, because that's crazy, and that shit was pissing me off. And yeah, we're gonna see. Looks like fucking next week. They show the preview for next week. Next week looks like Van breaking out windows and shit. The fuck is up, Van? Go back to the boot camp, because that shit obviously didn't work. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I will see y'all next week as we deal with the rest of this bullshit. Already crazy. Go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you next week. Bye.